for, having a team and how many houses you've actually sold, how many people you helped, the shit that matters. But now, the only thing that anybody cares about is, well, how many followers do you have? It's a real thing. Then Agent 2 comes along and says, hey, I want to show my content to those same people. Now Facebook's in a little bit of a bind. How do I dictate who I'm going to show it to? Well, hypothetically, let's say that 2 people click Agent 1's content, and then the second agent gets 5 clicks. And in the case of this example, let's both assume that both of them are paying $1 per click. So if you do the math, 2 times 1 is $2, and 5 times 1 is $5. So which one is Facebook going to show? Agent 2 all day. Agent 2 is probably the butt cheeks versus your traditional post of, hi, my name is Bill Shaw. I've been doing real estate in the San Diego area for 13 years. I can be trusted. Woo! That's what you're competing against. That's why your content's not showing. So there's a kicker to this. So same example, Agent 1, Agent 2. One gets 2 clicks, one gets 5 clicks. One's paying $1 per click. The other is paying 50 cents a click. That's all we want, right? We want cheap traffic. How do we get the price down? Well, let's look at the math. Even if Facebook reduces the price from $1 to 50 cents for advertiser 2, guess what happens? They still make $2.50, which is more than $2. So even if they discount it, it still makes them more money, and it has engaging content, which keeps people going. So what Facebook will do is they incentivize you by giving you a discount. So if you want cheaper clicks, if you want a cheaper cost per lead, if you want a cheaper cost per sell, be more entertaining and be better than what? Than butt cheeks. But you also have to be better than a whole bunch of other stuff, like politics. True or false, when you go into a newsfeed, this is what you see, right? You see some butt, you see something about Trump. How many of you voted for Trump? I just fucked up the whole room, didn't I? Some people are like, I'm switching my seats. I'm not your room. You want to create polarizing content? Tell people how you really feel. How many of you voted for Obama? I didn't see that many black people in here, but whatever. So I see you, girl. So secondly, you gotta be better than politics. You gotta be better than cute puppies. You gotta be better than little kids. That's my daughter. Say, aww. You guys stop it. You gotta be better than weddings, engagements, anniversaries, birthdays, and you have to be better than the douchebags. Can you believe this? Guy buys a Ferrari and puts a license plate that says, I'm black. Just ridiculous. It's out of control. But what am I doing? I'm getting a discount from Facebook. I know when I post these things, people are going to engage. I know when the algorithm has to make a choice of what are they going to show, me or the next competitor, guess who they're choosing every single time? Me. Because entertainment is not optional, it's a requirement.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you just gotta remember to be better than butt cheeks. Just showing you one more time. All right, anybody know what threat number 3 is? Locking the shit out of you. They go to your Facebook, they go to your Instagram, they go to YouTube. And there's an actual scorecard that they use. Here it is. Go ahead and take a picture of it real quick. Because it's important and I want you to test yourselves. So, on one side it says quantity. On the other side, it says quality. When people go to your website, they want to see quantity. They want to see, does this person actually have posts? Do they have stuff on their website? And then if they dive deeper, they'll look at the quality. Is the stuff that they're posting, is it relevant? Does it matter? Is it helpful? So go ahead and either write it down or mentally give yourself a scale of 1 to 10 in both of those categories if I went to your website right now. And then what if I went to your Facebook or your Instagram or your YouTube? If I go to your Facebook and the last post that I see is in 2016 and it's some Kevin Hart meme or something, what kind of words is used to describe a person who hasn't posted shit since 2016? Creeper. Stalker. How many of you have kids by show of hands? If you have a daughter Daddy, I'm gonna go on a date with this guy, like, he's nice, all those things. What's the first thing that you do? What's that motherfucker's Facebook right now? I got a 3-year-old daughter. I'm already looking for like the parents' profiles who post pictures of the kids to see what they're into. This is how we make decisions now. This is real. I lead with humor, but I'm being for real. You guys won't even go into a restaurant unless you check the Yelp reviews. You go to the city, first thing you do is pull up Yelp. 4-star, that had 3 stars. We are not going there. No, it doesn't matter what kind of discount. This is what we do. So let's bring it back to your business. If I'm deciding which agent to go with, who the hell am I going to pick? The ghost since 2016 or the person that's posting every single day, showing their life, showing that they're humans, showing their expertise? Who wins? Every single time. Every single time. I call this industry, no offense, the dinosaur age. Because most of the time when I stock your shit, it's just old. Led by people who have been in the game for a long time that are kind of old, politely, respectfully speaking, and accomplished and successful and all those things, but they refuse to get with the times. And guess what's going to happen to go to those businesses over the next 3 years? Anybody know? They're going to go out of business. Ask fucking Sears. Oh, you can't ask them? You can't go? Ask Blockbuster. You don't want to go? Nobody? Not a thing. These are threats. This is real. This is right.
Hey everybody, it's Billy Jean.
Start it up low.
Right here, and I want to show you guys something in my office. That's pretty cool. I'm proud of, but a cool opportunity for you too. This is my marketing team stand up. Okay, so we're in the office right now. I want to show you the stats from this promotion.
Fuck, okay, I can stop it. My head's not in the video. And it wasn't intentional. I literally filmed it and I thought I was doing good. And my team afterwards was like, dude, your head's on it, you have to reshoot. And I said, no, I don't. We're rolling with it. I turned the camera around to show my computer screen and the audio cuts out. You can't even hear me. Period. And basically the summary of the video is all I do is I show it and then I basically ask people to buy my shit. It's a very complicated formula. So here's what happened. Last month, on ads like this, and some of them were good, it wasn't all of them, we spent $541,000 on shitty advertisements. But we generated over $2 million in sales. See, most of the time when I ask an audience, why aren't you advertising? The response is, because it's expensive, Billy, no. Does that look expensive to you? See, advertising is only expensive if you lose money. But if you're making money, like I ask people, having an agency forever. I'm like, well, what's your budget? And what do you guys always tell the agency person? Well, as long as it's making money, I'll spend as much as we need. What the hell do you think we did last month? Here's the other thing, is you see the numbers, but I started this at my parents' house spending $10 a day, $5 a day. And I want you guys to think about something. It's different than television, than billboards and radios, because back in the day when they used to sell you on that, they would lock you into 3-month, 6-month, 1-year contracts. And regardless of how it's performing, guess what? You still gotta pay. You're stuck like Chuck. See, now it's like a faucet. People see that number like, oh my God, you spent $500 grand, you're so great. No, I'm not. If I spent $200 and it started losing money, what would I do? Shut it off. So when it started making money, even if I didn't have the cash to float it, what would I do? Borrow it from a friend, rob a bank, whatever the fuck I had to. That's the shift. That's the shift, okay? So let's keep going. What did it take to get these results? A cell phone held horizontally. That means left to right. I learned that one recently. Knowing how to use this social stuff, Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. I got a news flash for you. If you're sitting on top of your company and you're saying, I'm the CEO, I don't need to learn marketing, that's your job. You're fucked. How can you manage something when you know nothing about it? Imagine coaching a basketball team and knowing nothing about basketball. Is that insane? I'm here to help. So I'm not going to tell you the truth. Okay, you don't have to master, but you have to be aware of it. Now, continuing on, the third thing is knowing what to say. The script, the message. This is where most people struggle. I'm going to help you guys out with this today. But I want to compare this content strategy to an industry that you guys are used to, which is real estate, where you got to know like list pricing and contracts and negotiations, and you got to have money and down payment, and there's credit, and then there's loan officers, and there's all this other shit to get a deal. And then how long does it take to get paid? 30 days, you hype that up. How long does it really take? 90 days. Maybe if it doesn't fall out of escrow, like all the shit. I'm not saying it's bad, but I know all of you are putting your future, betting and building your wealth with this strategy. Use the cheap one. You realize right now you guys can all make a video advertising your services, put it up to YouTube, and if someone searches it and finds you and they buy your stuff, it costs you nothing. And there's only upside. That's an opportunity. So, a lot of people see this, look at the example that I just showed, and they have a concern. They say, Billy, that's cool because you're a marketer, so I understand that it works for your industry, but it doesn't work for my industry. Facebook, yeah, it's social. Look, hey. The customer I'm looking for, they're not even on Facebook. Who the fuck's not on Facebook? What would you call someone who's not on Facebook? A creeper. Your daughter, he's like, I'm going on a date. Let me see his Facebook. He doesn't have a Facebook. Oh my God, he's dating a serial killer. What's happening? My daughter's dating a murderer. You jump to the worst conclusions. It's what you do. You have to create a Google AdWords account. Google owns YouTube. So when you create a YouTube ad, you got to do it through Google. That's all that means. Okay? Step 2, you got to choose which type of ad that you want to create. So there's a couple different ones. If you guys go to YouTube on your phones or at home, you'll see those thumbnails on the right-hand side. That's called an in-display ad. We're not going to build those today. The second one is called a bumper ad. The bumper ads are the ones you can't skip. You're like browsing something and you're like, ah, damn it, I can't get rid of this. Ah! Super frustrating, but great for branding. Bumper ad. But the third one, the money, the opportunity, what I believe is called an in-stream ad. And these are the advertisements that literally give you 5 seconds to decide, are you going to watch it or are you going to skip it? If you've seen one of those before, raise your hand so I know. On the same page. They're everywhere. And they're also extremely affordable. They also give you a button in the bottom left where people can click through to your website. And then on the bottom right, that's where they give you the option to actually skip it after 5 seconds. So if people have the option to skip your advertisement in 5 seconds, that means you have 5 seconds to do what? Get their attention. It's everything. So let's talk about some different tactics of how do we get their attention within those first 5 seconds. Well, here's one way to do it. $25,000 to the girl who lets me shave her head.
Wait.
Yeah.
In about 4 minutes.
Literally, that's the CMO of my company. She's been with me for 5 years. And that ad converted really well. And it also had a whole bunch of comments that sounded like this. What the hell? What kind of guy would do this? Hold somebody's hair, blah, 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 blah. Engagement, engagement, engagement. And then you had the other half jump in. Take a joke, stop being such a bitch. Engagement, engagement, engagement. And what do I do the whole time? Grab some popcorn. I just watch them comment back and forth, chilling. And what happens to my price, my cost? Down, 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 baby. Thank you so much. Thank you. So there's a part of you that's going to have to get out of the way of your ego and your pride and I guess just not being afraid to just be you and not afraid to offend people. So I'll give you an example. I bought a Lamborghini. I say that on stage, and even me inside, I'm like, God, that's so douchey to say. Fuck. I'm the guy, yeah, hey guys, I'm on stage, I bought a Lamborghini, cool, right? That's what we all think. Now, having said that, when you were first starting off your entrepreneur career when you were a child, when you were a kid, and you had posters on your walls, what'd you have posters of? Lamborghinis, Ferraris, all the douchebag cars. And then what was right next to that? A picture of Cindy Crawford with the mole. Yeah, you had all the shit, right? Maybe you had Jordan, you had all of this. This is what we desire. If you look at my Instagram and you look at, you scroll back and you look at the most engaged posts on my Instagram, what do you think they are? It's the fucking Lamborghini. By like 3 times. Wow. 3 times. So what you're telling me is I can reach 3 times as many people if I just post something that people will maybe debate about? Challenge accepted, right? Like, I'm all about impacting people, helping people, getting my message out there, so that's why I'm a douchebag. Because how can you help somebody if they don't know who the fuck you are? Or they don't see your message? Anyways, did we get that on camera, Paul? I use that for Instagram. Okay, so, in tuning, that's like a high-produced way to get attention, whatever. But the second one, like, if I ask you guys, what are the things that win in social media? We'll all have the same answers. We know it's like the puppies and the babies and the cars and all that. So here's another ad that we shot outside of the office. But look at all of the traditional, douchey, cute things I'm using within the first like 20 seconds to keep people watching.
Hi, I'm Billie Jean, and I have the coolest job ever. No, not him, me.
My dog.
And you can too, if you keep watching. How did I get the coolest job ever? With the coolest license plates ever. And the coolest office ever.
Can't educate if they're not paying attention. So in the beginning of the ad, what do? I meet the customer where they're at, not where I want them to be at. That's the note. Meet the customer where they're at. When you're first coming out, your entrepreneurial career, that's what you think makes you happy. But as you grow and you mature, you realize what? None of that shit makes you happy. But if I say that message in the newsfeed, everybody ignores it. They don't care. First you gotta entertain, then you can educate. Solution. On the left side of that, you write down the 3 greatest problems that your potential customer is facing. And then on the right-hand side, you talk about how you can help solve that problem. And the first thing you gotta do is you gotta actually identify the audience that you're speaking to. So for the sake of this example, we say, okay, let's pretend that we want to attract first-time home buyers to work with us. What are the 3 biggest problems or the biggest concerns, objections that a first-time home buyer is going through? Nailed it. Down payment? No, not down payment. What else? Credit. Hey, can I get approved? I've only been working for 2 years. Can I get this? What else? Interest rates. Can I? So what do? We just fill out the freaking worksheet. How much to put down? Is my credit good enough? How do I get low interest rates? So now when you're shooting your video and you don't know what to say, you just start off by saying, hey, what's up, it's Billie Jean. If you're a first-time home buyer, I bet you're wondering how much money you're gonna need to down, what your interest rates are gonna be, is your credit good enough, and you're probably feeling stress and anxiety. That's not an exercise you can use for every single industry under the sun. That will go until the end of time. A lot of times we wonder what to post also. On the social side, like, God damn it, I have to post every single day. What do I post? Expand this exercise. Instead of doing top 3, do top 30. And then instead of having one way to solve it 2 different ways. And each has their own video. There's content for 90 days. You're welcome. It works too. It's like crazy. It's so weird. Okay? Now the next thing you gotta do, curiosity. That we waited 2 years for them to put out another episode. 2 years! Curiosity, you guys. It's everything. See, the one way that you can tell if your video is good or if it got boring, etc., ask yourself this question. Do they need to keep watching to find out what happens next? If they don't, start rewriting it. Change it. Because the second they stop wondering, and there's no this is where you're going to start losing viewership. Curiosity is the entire game. Even your body language, right? Like I may start an advertisement and a lot of times say, hey, what's up, it's Billie Jean. Come with me because I'm going to show you something. Boom, pop the shoulder, and I keep walking. You're like, where am I going? I don't know. Where's this guy taking me? Works like clockwork. Okay? So, is this an example of it? Hey, if you're an entrepreneur that needs more customers, don't skip this ad because it costs me a lot of money to show you. Come with me. Just walk with me for a second here. So, if you look up, do you see that sign? I spent $9,000 just to get your attention on this billboard. You want to see something even crazy? Process. That was real. Billboard right here in Grape Street. Coming up. That was the whole thing. But I use the same exact strategy. Hey, what's up? First thing I did is I guilt you. I said, hey, it cost me money to show you this. So here's another note. Everybody write this one down. Break down the fourth wall. Break down the fourth wall. Anybody do plays back in the day? Acting or anything? That was just me. My mom made me do that shit. I was one of those kids. Anyways, they talk about the fourth wall for my thespians out there. What it means is when you're having a dialogue with a character and then you take a break and you actually address the audience. He really thinks he's going to pull a fast one on me, doesn't he? That's the difference between social media advertising and all the stuff that we've seen on TV forever, where you're just watching. Have a real conversation like there's somebody else on the other side, because there is. So what do? There's two websites. One's called audiojungle.net. audiojungle.net. The second is called artlist.io. artlist.io. And they allow you to search for songs by emotion. So you can go there and type in sad. You can go there and type in pissed off. And you can legally purchase a song to use in your advertisements for the whopping fee of $7. Is that helpful? Say yes. Yes. Okay, let's continue on. Next is props. Shindigs.com, orientaltrading.com, and amazon.com. In all of your videos, you don't necessarily have to be this loud, outgoing, annoying personality like me at times. You can do your own thing. But get oversized props. Instead of having a small for sale sign, get a mega one that says for sale. Like if you're going to talk about the pain of contracts and shit, print out 1,000 pages. Literally put it on your desk and say, hey, you're about to buy a house, you really want to do this shit? All right, let's talk. That's the whole ad. Okay, I don't want to do that. That was a lot of paperwork. Right? Problem, solution, props, and just adding things in. Okay? Next thing, and this is huge, is environment. Now, a lot of you in your markets, you want to dominate certain zip codes. You want to be the downtown person. You want to be the La Jolla person. You want to be the high-end, whatever the hell it is. Go to the location and shoot the video. Show up there. You know where people want to move to. Shoot the video there. You know they've been wanting to look at houses there anyway. Does that make sense? No, it didn't? Hey, you guys should drive to the location. Still, yeah, does that make sense? See, like, the shit works. Like I'm telling you, because it's going to make you money. All right? Continuing on. Next thing is, I like to call dope footage. Some people wonder, like, how do you get those high-quality shots? I don't have a videographer. I can't do all of that. This is a fantastic resource. It's called storyblocks.com. I want you guys to write that one down and use it. This is great. Storyblocks.com. What it allows you to do is you can go to that search bar there and type in anything. Fire pit. Show you a bunch of videos of the fire pit. Ocean, skyline, like downtown houses. You just type it in, and you can legally, if you have a membership to their stuff, which I think is like, I don't know, $40 a year, I have no idea. But nonetheless, you can get the footage. So you can search for open house, and look what it gives you. Footage of open houses that you can legally use in your videos, just like that. HD, 4K, all the qualities. Is this helpful? Cool. Let's keep moving. So now that we got that, choose the zip codes. I want to show you guys, these are screenshots of the actual platforms. But when you're choosing a zip code to advertise in on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, it is literally as simple as going in there and typing in the zip code. And I bring this up because I know technology sounds scary. Oh, we want to create all these ads. Dude, when I tell you, it asks you questions and you say, it says, where do you want to show the ad? You type in the zip code. Then you say 1 mile radius, 2 mile radius, whatever the hell it is. Just think about how concentrated that is. In addition to that, you get to really dive into the demographics. The script is almost always going to be the same. Hey, what's up? It's Billy G, and I'm just over here in La Jolla, and if you're looking to possibly purchase a home in here, and this is the first time buying a house, then you're probably wondering how to do it without having to put an arm and leg down. Isn't that stressful? Well, here's the cool thing. I've been doing this for 10 to 20 years, and I can show you exactly how. Did you know that there's blah, 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 or maybe you don't have to put any money down at all, or maybe you only have to put 5%, or maybe you only have to do 10%. You want to get someone to like you and to trust you, teach them something that they didn't know. You make that light bulb moment happen, they will instantly love you. And then you continue the script, and this is how you get them on the phone. You say, hey, if you're looking to, how to figure out how to move to this area without that much down payment, here's how to do it. Then you also say this third part right here, which is that exercise. We said the top 3 problems. Then it sounds like this. If you were wondering how to move to this neighborhood without putting a ton down, then you're probably also wondering what your credit score has to be, what your monthly payments is going to be, what type of interest rates you're going to have. And if you have all these questions and you're feeling this stress and this anxiety, shoot me a text message. Put your phone number on the video, have them text message you, and literally say, text message me right now, and let's talk. That's the whole fucking process. There's no punchline, that was it. You're building your brand, and it's all targeted too. It's not just going to whoever, this is like targeted as hell, right? Continuing on, do this for 1 month consistently means 30,000 targeted views for $300 a month. Now, out of 30,000 views, do you think it's possible to get 1 listing? Let's say you don't, and you got to spend $60 or $600. That's not still worth it. Don't forget, if it's not working, what can you do? Turn it off. It's like, I like teacher shit, and I almost go like, is this real? Is this like this is a dream. This is a dream. Take advantage of the dream. A lot of you have made wealth with real estate, but I'd argue that content over the next decade will provide you exponentially more wealth. If you guys can keep doing what you're doing and mastering the content, you will fucking crush it. You want to destroy your competition, you want to be that girl, that guy, do this.